Hello there, everyone! Zantok here with Slickstar Gaming, and welcome back to some more Fire Emblem Awakening. By some more, I do mean the final episode. We're going to be taking on the in-game mission of the game, fighting Grima himself, and hopefully saving the world. Before we do that, though, hey look, we have some barracks. Might as well go through it. There's a possibility we could have a new support conversation, too. So that's fun. Let's see, what'd you find, Yarn? Ephraim's Lance. Okay, we're not going to be using that. We got Tharia and Gregor. Tharia actually wants Gregor to fight with her? Okay. Let's see here, we got Lissa wearing a different outfit. I'll be going over that. While I was doing my big grinding session, several people hit level 20, so I just gave them a new class. Actually, Jesus, 6 people did that. And then the final person that hadn't even completed their original base class yet finally did that too, so that's fun. Ooh, Pan got a surge of skill and defense, I think it was? I gotta be honest, was not paying attention, because I was looking at my notes instead of the game. Go figure. Alright, so I just want to go ahead and show a few things off here. So, several characters are on a new class now, as I mentioned. Anna is now an assassin. We have Crom, who is a great knight. Frederick is still a pattern, that one hasn't changed. Where's Inigo? Inigo, finally, where is he? There you are. Inigo finally finished his base class and he's now a hero. You'll notice that he has some equipment. I'll be going over that. Libra and Lissa. Let's see here. Lissa is now a Valkyrie, so she's now a mounted healer, which is going to be all kinds of fun for her. It's pretty much what Maribel is. Too bad there's no flying healer. That would be crazy. Libra is a sage now. Lucina is now an assassin. I bet she likes that. And that's all of them. Also, Na, Naui, Pan, Tiki, all of them are at level 30. Donald, Olivia, unfortunately, did not get to that point. Yarn is actually one level up, but it doesn't really matter. This next mission, we are able to take 16 units to the final battle, and I have already pre-selected who I'm going to use. So I'm just going over that here real quick, just to show their new stats, their items, and whatnot. Actually, I guess I'll put it on full mode for those of you who want to see exactly what I'm rocking with as we go into the final mission. I didn't have a whole lot of thought with the people who I'm using for this final chapter. I mainly picked main characters, a few that I thought would be useful, and kind of just like characters who are connected to our main heroes here. So we have Lucina, we have Anna, we have Owain. I thought a swordmaster would be nice. Noir. I needed somebody using a bow as their primary weapon. Some of these people like Anna and Lucina, they can use bows, but shitty ones. I wanted somebody who was primarily a bow unit, so that's why she's here. We got Muriel, because I thought she'd be nice to have a dedicated mage that's like really, you know, I honestly don't know why I picked Muriel. I just thought it'd be cool. We have Sully here since she's Crom's wife. Actually, Anna's here because she's my wife. Lon'qu for a second swordmaster. We got Severa because I kind of like Severa, and I just thought it'd be nice. Pan because I wanted to have a toggle. Crom, obviously myself. We got Henry because I wanted a dark mage. Morgan because it's my kid. Tiki because I kind of felt like, hey, you know what? We're going up against the Fell Dragon. It makes sense to have a Maniquette. And of the options, I felt story-wise, Tiki was the most appropriate. We brought Kajal along since she's Crom's daughter. And then Lissa is our final unit because I wanted a healer and it made sense because she's Crom's sister. Frederick almost made the list and then I realized, oh shit, I don't have anybody that's dedicated on bows. Bye, Frederick. We're bringing in Noir. So that's pretty much the people I chose. There's some other characters that I was considering, like Cynthia. I considered, obviously, all the other Maniquettes, as well as Yarn. I considered Virian, Kellum, Maribel, Church. Church would have been good. Gregor, Tharia. Laurent has actually gone up my list as we've gone through the game. This is really, I guess I also technically considered Vake and Jerome. But Vake was kind of an eh. I don't like his character. I really just don't. But that's what we're going to be using for this final mission. I've already gotten all their new weapons out. I unequipped everything from everybody else. And okay, we're going to just optimize the people who I want. I didn't give them any of the stat boosting items like I was considering doing several episodes back. I just didn't feel like it. Who cares? With that said, now that you've seen all of my build-up, And look at that there, 100,000 gold. Woo, I'm rich. Let's jump in. End game. Grima. Oh boy. The great fell dragon himself. Wretched son of Naga, you will be destroyed.
Are you ready?
Are you ready, Xantok?
Yeah.
Well, no, but yes, and by that I mean as ready as I will ever be. Let's finish this. Please tell me there's... That's all the dialogue for the final... okay. I was really hoping there'd be more dialogue as we go into this final fight, but alright, whatever. Okay, let's make sure it actually picked all the units that I wanted it to pick. Good. With that... Oh look, there's only... Oh no, I see all the other units. It looks like there's less than 25 on the map. Let's see, okay. There's 5 up the top. There's 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Okay, yeah, I guess there are 25. And they all teleport in. What? What manner of magic? Magic? That was a damned catastrophe. He's weakened us all. He's too strong. It cannot end like this. I won't have all our struggle be for naught. This darkness, the future is upon us. Oh gods, Father. And so it ends, Xantok. See how frail these human bonds of yours are. How short-lived, how pointless. You have all thrown your lives away, and the result is the same.
What?
We're not dead yet. Details, details. But yes, I suppose it's time I got you all off my back, so to speak. Permanently. Oh, no. Please do not turn around. See, what he could just do is like, hey, instead of worrying about fighting us, we're on your back. Why don't you just, like, do a flip in the air, and then we all fall to our death? Like, that makes sense, right? Am I the only one thinking this? No, you don't want this, do you? You do have a choice, you know. It doesn't have to be this way. You can still save all your friends. Become one with me, and we shall spare their lives. Refuse, and watch as I rend the flesh from their bones. No, Xantok, don't do it. He's lying. It's a trap. Now, I will have your decision. Will you save these worms? Will you join me and become a god? Let me think. I have a 2-word reply, and it's... fuck off. Do you think me a fool? You'll kill them anyway. Well, of course I would. I only thought you might want to leave your comrades with a heroic, selfless image. But so be it. Leave them with the final memory that you were their undoing. What? Wait a second. What? Where am I?
Yes.
Where your god wills you to be. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some fleas on my back to take care of.
What?
No, I won't let you. You still dare resist me? Then perhaps I should end you first. I'd like to see you try. Oh. Well, shit. Alright. So dark. A sea of black. I have no final strategy. No cards left to play. He's won. I can't see. I can't hear. I feel nothing. Nothing. What? You... back. I hear something. A voice. Fight! Have to keep...
Fight back!
You swore to do so, remember? Now keep your damn word. Crom? Crom, I can hear you. What? No. You are mine now. The dragon's grip cannot be broken. Well, it seems that's not entirely true. Oh, great. Everybody's gonna yell at me to get back up, aren't they? Come back to us, Xantok.
You can do this.
You gonna let that ugly snake get the last hiss? Come on. I'm guessing here. I'm gonna be curious to find out. But I'm guessing it's only a line from each of the people who I brought into this mission. And so somebody like Yarn, who we didn't bring in, won't be talking about. We'll get everybody else. That'd be pretty cool. I'm hoping that's the case.
You must persevere.
Arise from your hypnopompic state. You are sorely needed here.
Don't falter.
Answer us, Xantok.
Be strong.
Do not rob the toggle of one of our last true champions.
This ain't so bad.
I know the darkness is warm and delicious, but too much of a good thing is just bad.
It's all right.
You have earned my trust and my what? Wait, what? And my love, sir. Now return to us. Hold up, what?
Do it.
Xantok, you can't close up shop on us now. We still need you.
No, you don't.
Heed not the dark's eerie call, friend. Summon forth the strength inside you.
Be careful.
This is a test, and by the gods, you're gonna pass it.
Don't you dare lose.
If you don't come back, I'm never going to forgive you. Father, you mean everything to me. I can't lose you again.
Stay strong.
Blood and thunder, return to us now.
I believe in you.
You are not Grima, nor is he you. Remember that, Xantok. Well, I mean, Naga said I was, so I can hear them. I hear my friends. Stop this at once. Silence those wretched voices.
Damn you!
You are all powerless, frail, insignificant. You are nothing.
Come on!
Return to us, Xantok. Your bond with us is stronger than even the Fell Dragon's might.
Crom! Let's do it.
I'm coming, Crom. Hold on. Yeah, I mean, we still got into the Smash Brothers, right? Oh, good. Naga's here. Please heal me. Children of man, take my power. Rise now and face the Fell Dragon. Oh, thank God. Look, I brought a bunch of healing items for this mission because I figured if I'm ever going to do so, now's the time. Actually, Crom doesn't have any. Wait, who has one? Yeah, like Tiki has an elixir, which is a full heal. But I was really hoping I would have to use one at the start of the fight. It's like, shit. Okay, so let's see here. How do we want to pair people up? I'm not going to put a whole lot of thought into this because we're not building supports with anyone. I mean, I guess technically we are, but it's not going to matter. So let's just do Tiki and Kajel, sure. We're pretty much going to pair up from the back. Lissa and Morgan We'll do Henry and myself. Severa and Chrome, that sounds fun. Pan and Lon'qu. Noir and Owain. Muriel and Anna, and then Sully with Lucina. Alright guys, you ready for this? We have pretty much a easy clear shot. We just have to defeat the commander. We don't have to worry about all these other units. In fact, I'm not planning to really care much about them. If they get up to me and I need to find them, sure, whatever. But I'm not... Alright, the lights on his back are really throwing me off. Also, it's super weird to me. I just want to point this out before I actually get going here. We are fighting on Grima's back, like the actual dragon Grima. But we are fighting Grima, a person, on his back. That's always been a little weird to me. Like, okay game, but it's a little weird. Let's just push ahead. We're not gonna have Crown be in the lead though, just in case, like, disastrous shit happens. Same with Lucina and myself. I'm not gonna have us be at the lead. Anybody else, we won't have Liz at the lead either. Just, again, in case crazy shit happens. We should be out of range of everything, but, God, you never fucking know sometimes. There could be units that teleport in right at the end of my turn. And then they're immediately surrounding me. I don't know. It's possible. Don't give me that look. You know it's true. Wow, Anna. Shit. Oh. Hello, Naga. I guess she speaks when we get this close. Hear my words, Awakener. Grima's servants will beset you to no end. Dispatch him as soon as you are able. Once the fell one is weakened, a choice will await you. If Crom lets fall the final blow, Grima shall survive, but return to his slumber.
Right.
So be it. If Xantok strikes in Crom's stead, both his life and Grima's are forever over. Only in this way may the fell dragon be destroyed for good and all. The final decision is yours. So what she's saying there, if I am interpreting it correctly, when I fight Grima, I don't necessarily have to have myself be the one that deals the final blow in terms of actually reducing him to 0 hit points. But after he's reduced to 0 hit points, then I choose, is Crom going to kill him or am I going to kill him? Pretty sure that's how it's going to work, at least. I'm hoping that's how it's going to work, otherwise we might have an issue. Alright, all the other units are coming in, they're going to start stopping me. There's a temptation to just be like, should I fight them all? But at the same time, like, God, I don't know. I think those little symbols where they're all walking from, I think if I kill one, more will just spawn from wherever they were originally at. I'm assuming that that's the case. Like, it's infinitely spawning units. Okay! It is just not as much as I thought it was going to work. So just... Wait a minute. Hold up. Dragon Skin nullifies lethality encounter and more than halves damage. Oof. Okay. And Anathema reduces avoid and dodge by 10 for all items within 3 spaces. Expiration. Let's see here. Grima Shadow with 20 damage, 80 hit, range of 1 to 5. Okay, I'm not sure why he has such insane defense, but I can only hit him with 11 sword. In that case, I guess we could check Muriel. Well, that's considerably better. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking now that we've seen that. We're gonna have some of the units just go ahead and pick off some of these other units. And like me, Crom, Lucina, that's who will actually go fight Grima himself.
You get a discount.
Thank you. Leveling doesn't really matter on this map. I honestly do not care about it. Owain and Noir. Okay, we're gonna have Owain take out this guy. I find it interesting that the Swordmaster's sprite on the map shows them wielding 2 swords. And actually, no, and even in his model here in battle, he's shown wearing 2 swords on his side, but he only wields 1 at a time. Seems like a lot. Oh wow, Owain's getting his 6th ability. Let's see. We have Avoid plus 10, Magic plus 5 if using a tome. Yeah, I think we know what we're gonna drop. We don't need Tome Fair on Owain. Please. Lucina, can you get to him? With a Bronc... 2 damage. Ooh. 30% chance to hit. Lucina, sure, why not?
I challenge my fate.
I lost to you once, monster. I shall not lose again. Die now, that our future can live. You cannot slay what may never die. Wait, hold up. How does this... What? Wait. So, how is he flying forwards if he's now turned around?
My turn.
Alright. If he's now turned around to where he can try shooting us with his breath attack. That's kind of weird. Right? Like, I feel like that's really weird. Killing Edge.
Be strong.
No hard feelings.
My turn.
And you better make good use out of it. Okay, let's see here. This is Severa and Crom. So let's go ahead and move them up. Crom. Exalted Falchion. Wow, this is going to go from 76 to 22.
Your end has come.
I come to end you, Grima. Arrogant mortal. I am the end.
I will not fail.
Oh, he's dead.
Damn you.
Easiest mission of the game?
Right.
Now, Xantok. Now is our chance. I'm going to finish it. So, do we let Crown land the final blow? If we do, we get to live. But Grima will just come back in, what was it, 1,000 years or 100 years? I think it's 1,000. Or we do it ourselves. We sacrifice our own life to end the threat of Grima for good. What you choose here, in all actuality, doesn't really matter to the story. It changes a little bit of the epilogue, but either way, we still beat the game. We still get all our normal victories. I'm going to go with the option that I think is the more interesting one. And by that I mean, no, Crown. You're not doing this. I am. Xantok, what are you doing? What are you doing? For once, I'm glad you and I are the same. Now, I can give my life to protect those I care for.
What?
You would not dare.
All right.
I would, and I will. The evils you would visit on this world are unthinkable. In some way, we share the blame. It's only right we meet our end together. What the hell was that spell I cast, though? That was a dark magic spell, which we don't have access to use. I'm going to assume it was Meyer. Goodbye, Grima. Why don't you just fade away into nothingness there? I'm sure I'll be joining you shortly. Xantok, no. Thank you, Crumb, for everything. Tell the others my last thoughts were of them, but specifically Anna and Morgan, since you know it's my wife and daughter.
May we meet
But
again
everyone else too.
in a better life. Wait.
Xantok, no. You already said that, but alright. It's not like you can stop me, Crom. I mean, it's a little late. If you wanted to stop me, you could just rush forward while I was charging my spell. But you didn't, jerk. Could have saved my life. What a prick. The war is ended, my friends. Never again will the fell dragon trouble our world. I owe you all far more than words can ever repay. Especially Xantok, who gave himself to save us all. To save all the worlds to come. After everything he did for us.
No.
Don't cry, Lissa. We'll see him again. I'm sure of it. Remember what Naga said. That Xantok would survive if our ties were strong enough. This isn't over. I believe Xantok is out there. Somewhere. And I'll find him. If it takes me the rest of my days, I'll find him. And we see Grima's dead body down there on the ground. Kinda gross. You're right. He has to be out there somewhere. And we'll find a way to bring him home. Even if we have to search every open field in this whole stupid world.
Ah.
I believe the same, my prince. Xantok is too strong to simply disappear. It falls to us to look after the realm until he returns.
Yeah.
Xantok had damn well better come back. If that blasted dragon truly got him, I'll be the one breathing fire. He made a noble sacrifice, and I know my nobility. And I know Xantok shall someday return.
Yeah.
Xantok has gotta be out there somewhere. How do I know? Hey, you don't question the Vake. I can feel it too. Xantok is out there waiting for us. Though I surely will miss him in the meantime. While statistically unsubstantiated, I have what laymen might call a hunch. This hunch corroborates most of the statements made thus far. Xantok, I know you're out there. I know you're not gone. And no one knows more about being lost and found than me. Did you hear anybody say something, guys? Because I didn't. I wish you could have stayed with us long enough to see me grow stronger. But all the more reason to work hard between now and his return. He lives. I know it. Some people just aren't the dying sort.
Right.
If Crown believes he's alright, then so do I. Maybe I can work out some new magic to bring him home. If he returns to us now, I might even consider making him tea. Myself. Do you hear that, Xantok? Me making tea. You should be honored. Let us honor Xantok's request for his warren. He was a true Toggle. And a true Toggle would not leave family behind. I feel he's out there.
Huh.
If Xantok's anything like me, he won't check out just because the job is done. Gotta collect all the sweet rewards, right? Too many times now have I watched loved ones give their lives for me. I most hold on to faith that this time will be different. Oi, Xantok! You're daring to make Gregor celebrate alone! Gregor not rest until he drink you under table! Ha ha! Xantok's not gone, he's just misplaced. Like a toy. I'll wait 1,000 years for him if I have to.
In Naga's name.
Naga has a way of sending a ray of light, even into the deepest darkness. May Xantok find that light, just as he became that light for us. He had better march back here and try again. I only send people off on my terms, or in a casket. There'll be one less set of eyes on me as I dance. It feels wrong. Please come back, Xantok. Please be out there somewhere.
Oh.
Minerva says she still feels Xantok is of this world. Also, that he smells delicious. But that's neither here nor there. Minerva, what the fuck? Why do you want to eat me? Hey, Xantok. Everyone's starting to see you alive. We're sick to death of death. That reminds me of a good one. 2 risen, a wyvern, and a priest walk into a bar. Lucina, I wanted to hear the joke. We have won our future, but we are in debt to so many sad memories. I pray at least one of those sadnesses will yet be undone.
Right.
I swear my life and blade to defend this future you have won, Xantok. If you can hear me, swear that you will help me do so.
Right.
He did what he had to do. That's the mark of a true warrior. He'll be back. I bet my sweet brown arse on it. Leave it to Xantok to take responsibility for all of us. If he cared for us that much, I hope he knows how we still need him. Thanks to you and the others, I was able to change. And I've got more changing to do. I want you to see it. You've done so much for me and all of my many, many sisters. You're an extra special customer. I hope we meet again. I'm also your fucking husband. What the hell? Calling me a customer? Jesus. I feel a soul straight and true pulsing in the darkness. The hero will return. No tears today. I know he'll be back. I'll just have to wait and try to smile. I won't cry. He'll be back. I know it. And in the meantime, I'll write the finest song about him that ever was. Brady's a writer? Of songs? Huh, okay. I'm glad for our victory, but I wish it did not mean so sad a farewell. I still have so much to learn. Come back and teach me. And now I know what it really means to be a hero. But heroes always come back to fight again, don't they? Fool! Why don't you sacrifice yourself? I refuse to accept it. Return Xantok or face my wrath. He showed me that I have a future. That destiny can be defeated. We have to believe we can alter destiny once more and bring him back.
No.
Father, you can't leave me now. Not like this. I believe in you. Come back. All this death? No more! Please, you've got to come back. The world is vast and full of potential unexplored. I should devote myself to discovering that art which might reunite us. No, this is all wrong. He can't be dead. He's out there. We have to be patient and believe. This is all wrong. We can't just leave Xantok for dead. I'll wait until the end of time for his return. Xantok put others before himself. No one can question his character. But his work is not done. He is still needed here. Am I though? Because I mean, the game's over. Xantok has secured us all the most precious gift. A future. Now it falls upon our shoulders to protect what was given. I vow to give my all to healing the damage this war has wrought upon the realm. When Xantok returns, I want him to see what his sacrifice bought. Xantok, if you can hear me, you will always have a place here with us. Remember that. Always. I really like how they had a line there for every character. Like, every single character that we have in the game that was still alive at that point got to say a little line about us. So now we're going through every single mission. We're getting a nice little look at how long they all took, who are the heroes in each fight. So let's just go ahead and go through that. So for Invincible Ties, it only took us 2 turns. There are no heroes. I mean, it was just me and Crom. No big surprise there. The Verge of History, 4 turns with myself and Frederick as the heroes. Unwelcome Change, 6 turns, no heroes. Interesting. Shepherds, 8 turns, myself and Stahl were the heroes. Actually, you know what? I don't really need to go over this. You guys can read it yourselves. I'll just talk about the game at this point. So yeah, Fire Emblem Awakening, we're done playing it. As I mentioned before, there are some extra paralogs that we could play through, where we can unlock such characters as Gangrel, Aversa, Wolhart, Yinfei, Immorin, and a special character that's actually not in the game at that point. Like the first 5 are all characters that died throughout the story, so you can play special parallels that's from free DLC using Spot Pass. Beat the chapter. Each one of them has their own unlock method. Like for Gangrel, you talk to him as Crom 3 times. In Wolhart's paralog, Crom has to be the one to defeat him, or maybe it's just Crom has to fight him. I'm not really sure which one it is. In Immorin's paralog, she has to survive the fight. For Yinfei's paralog, Sayori must speak to him, and then for Aversa's paralog, she must survive the whole fight. Then for the last one, paralog number 23, it's for a character called Priam. Priam is or claims rather, to be the descendant of Ike from Fire Emblem Path of Radiance and Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn, which is pretty cool. He even wields Ike's sword, Ragnell, and that paralog is called The Radiant Hero, which is Ike's title. To unlock Priam, you just have to clear the mission. Simple and done. I just want to go ahead and go over this, because while I was considering playing through them in this Let's Play, I haven't actually done those paralogs myself, and a couple of them look like major pains in the ass, so I was just like, I'll pass, and I'll just go over what they are whenever I finish the game. So that's that. But as for the rest of the game itself, Fire Emblem Awakening is the first Fire Emblem game that I completed, but it was not the first one that I played. Previously, I had played Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn on the Wii, but I was not very good at it, and I got to a point in the game where I had lost so many units, because that game does not have a casual baby mode, like this one does. I really had no chance moving forward in the game. Like, I don't think I had any healers left, and all my good units, I just let them die, because I wasn't resetting chapters like I probably should have been. And then the other one I played was Fire Emblem. Let's just call it Fire Emblem. It was the first one that made its way to the US. It's the game that has Eliwood, Hector, and Lindis. I never made it past Lindis' chapter. The copy that I had was busted, and while I could save the game, anytime I turned it off and back on, my save file was gone, and it just annoyed the piss out of me. So I never really went back to the game, which is unfortunate. But my thing with Fire Emblem is, while I enjoy the battles of it, I don't like the permadeath. So I'm kind of in the state of, unless I can do casual mode, I don't really want to play an older one. I'm sure that sounds like blasphemy to people who say it's classic or nothing, and I understand. That's why I call myself somebody that can only play casual baby mode. I fully acknowledge my weakness in the game, but that's kind of where I stand. But anyways, I actually really enjoyed this game. I had watched the Let's Play of it before I played it the first time around, so I already knew all the story and everything. But I actually only played it because Fire Emblem 3 Houses had been announced, and it looked damn good. Like, I was excited for 3 Houses. So I was like, okay, before I can play this game, I need to actually experience a different Fire Emblem game first. And I chose Awakening because it has casual baby mode, and it's a popular one. People seem to like it. I just thought it would work out. Oh, hey, Grima, 2 turns. Sully and Lucina were the heroes? Apparently. There was not much fighting going on in that final mission. Wow. Okay. But I had a fun time with this game. It was fun going back to it. I considered playing Fates, and I still kind of am considering Fates later on, but I don't know. I was actually also considering just doing a Let's Play of... Oh, shoot! Paired endings. I need to talk about this now. So, Crom and Sully here. After Grima's defeat, Crom was officially welcomed as Elise's new Exalt. Queen Sully rode far and wide on his behalf. Her gallant and radiant figure, the envy of women everywhere. It also shows how many battles each one of them participated in, including all my grinding battles, and how many times they lived through a fight. Frederick and Tharia. As Elise's new knight captain, Frederick took charge of keeping the peace and training new recruits. Tharia's rare appearances at the training yard sent terrified recruits screaming into the night. Kind of wish the dialogue was going to come up a little bit faster, but there's not much I can really do about that. Varian in church. Varian returned home to Roseanne, where he was labeled a traitor and a coward, or else ignored entirely. He deserves it. But Church's smarts and kindness eventually brought her husband back into good standing. And these will change depending on who gets paired with who, which is always really cool. Vake returned to the streets that raised him and was welcomed as... Oh god, can we please speed up the dialogue? And was welcomed as a hero and brother to all. he lived out his days with Muriel, whose sharp mind and tongue refused to be dulled by any change of scenery. I like that. Alright, so we've got Stahl and Cordelia. Stahl continued his service as an Elysian knight and led crucial missions across the realm. Cordelia accepted her husband, scatterbrained gaffes and all, and the two built a happy life together. God, this dialogue is going too slow. I need to speed up so I can actually not be trying to read ahead. We got Kellum and Olivia, Kellum the oft-forgotten, and Olivia the shrinking violet. Though she never overcame her stage fright, Olivia danced across the land, mending the scars of war. Her husband's name has been lost to history. Poor Kellum. Nobody remembers him even in death. We've got the gynaphobe Lon'qu, wow, and the eternal youth Naui. Lon'qu returned to Regna Ferox and served as Basilio's right-hand man. His wife, Naui, disliked the cold Feroxy winters and used her gift for theatrics to secure everything from fur coats to long tropical holidays. As she would. Rickon doesn't pair it up with anybody, that said. The upcoming mage, Rickon. While continuing to study magic, Rickon realized how childish some of his actions had been. The sting of that revolution caused him to redouble his efforts. And soon, he was a mage of the highest order. Good job, Rickon. Proud of you. We didn't use you a whole lot, but proud of you. We've got Gaius the Candy Stealer and Sumia the Maid of Flowers paired together here. Gaius never lost his sweet tooth. Though he ultimately returned to less savory enterprises, his wife Sumia raised Pegasi, and her flower petal readings were said to bring good luck to all. Blech. Words. Yin Ping, that's the name. We got Gregor, the Swell Sword, the Swell Cell Sword, the Swell Sword, and Lissa, the Sprightly Cleric. After the war, Gregor briefly sank into a life of excess, but when Lissa decided to travel the world incognito, her worldly husband came along to keep the road safe and the conversation lively. I had a feeling it was going to stay lively. That would be just very appropriate for Gregor there. Like, come on now. We have Libra, the Fetching Friar, and Pan, the Proud Toggle. Many an unfortunate child found joy in the small orphanage Libra and his wife built after the war. The children loved Libra like a mother and often pestered Pan to transform and give them bunny rides. That's good. That's real good. Oh, we got Henry, the Twisted Mind, and Maribel, the Dire Damsel. Henry settled down with Maribel and turned out to be a surprisingly good father. Their newborn son inherited his mother's noble blood, but also her sharp tongue, as time would reveal. I don't really feel like Brady had a very sharp tongue, but I mean, maybe this is the new feature they created where he's just a little bit different. Sayri, the Blade Princess. After returning to Chon Sin, Sayri worked tirelessly with the other Dynasts to secure a peaceful future for the Valmese continent. She was occasionally seen visiting her brother Yin Fei's grave. But what if we saved him? Wait, do those characters have their own endings as well? I don't know. Ooh, I kind of want to find out now. Basilio, the Intrepid Khan. With Grima a done deed, Basilio returned to Ferox and applied himself to dethroning Flavia. If his army of champions failed, he knew he could always wait for little Lucina to grow up and lend her a mask. Very nice, Basilio. I approve. We got Flavia, the Khan Lioness. It's funny how it says for the two of them that like, oh hey look, you were in 21 battles. And what, one of them was on screen? Two of them, I guess? One of them. One or two. Whatever. After Grima was vanquished, Flavia returned home and did a marvelous job of whipping Ragnar Ferox back into shape. They said that each time a tournament drew close, she would ask Crom to lend his sword. Oh, that was perfect timing. We have Donald, the village hero. Wow. Is that the lowest percentage of victories of battles? Yikes! Donald returned to his tiny to his tiny village and lived a quiet life with his mother. He never took up arms again, a blessing for which he thanked the Exalt daily. And this is why I wanted to pair up the child units as well, because they could get paired and things with each other too. So we have Owain the Chosen One and Cynthia the Hero Chaser. Owain set off on a lengthy quest with Cynthia to stay his sword hand. Their semi-delusional journey was said to be one of much mayhem and mirth. We have Inigo the Flower Picker and Kajal the Fair Fighter. Inigo traveled the world, ever ready with a smile or a solution when trouble started to brew. He and Kajal continued to perfect their respective skills as crowd pleaser and champion. Which one is which, I will let the viewers determine. We have Brady, the Daunting Priest, and Lucina the Forcey. Wow, Brady was only in 26 battles and he only lived in 3 of them. Yikes. Brady left the priesthood to become the world's scariest violinist. Every new rondo he composed passed first through the ears of his beloved wife and critic, Lucina. Wow. Jerome, the Masked Rider, and Severa, the Secret Dreamer. Jerome and Severa were married and settled down near Wyvern Valley. Severa had a knack for landing mercenary work. As a fighting duo, she and her husband became known throughout the land. Morgan, the girl from afar. Hey, I wasn't gonna be pushing my daughter off on some guy, alright? That's just not right. Of course she had to be single. I'm just kidding, that's just how the RNG turned out. Morgan's memory never returned, but she didn't seem to miss it. Later, scholars would speculate she had come from a different future than the other children. It's such a confusing thing, the timelines for this game. I don't want to get into it right now. Yarn, the timid Tuggle, and Na, Little Miss. Yarn tried desperately to find a safe haven after the battles were done. While Na endeavored to steer them clear of trouble, they soon realized the best place was Elise, where their journey began. Is that the last one? Nope, okay. Laurent, the Elucidator, and Noir, Ms. Personality. Longing to meet his mother's intellectual standards, Laurent took his wife on an expedition around the world. Noir seemed startled at first by many of their discoveries, but knew she was in good hands. And Tiki, the Divine Voice. Wow, she only fell in 5 battles. Not bad, that might be the highest percentage of victories. Exhausted from the war, Tiki returned to the Divine Dragon Grounds and slept for several days. Afterward, she was said to come down and visit the people regularly. Anna doesn't get one because she was married to me. Aw, that's sad. She should still get one. That's some nonsense. Unless I missed it. I don't think I missed it. But that's the end. The complete end. Nothing else to see. Game is over. Oh, am I supposed to click something? There we go. Oh?
Crom, we have to do something.
What do you propose we do?
I don't know.
I see you're awake now.
Hey there.
There are better places to take a nap than on the ground, you know. Give me your hand. Welcome back. It's over now.
Well, look at that. We lived. Xantok, the High Deliverer, and Anna, the Secret Seller. Many wrote of Xantok's legendary exploits, but accounts of his origins and character are varied. Scholars, poets, and bards agreed on one thing alone. He loved his wife Anna above all else. Bit of a shame that whoever you marry kind of just gets regulated to, oh yeah, you loved her above anything else. She doesn't get her own unique thing though. It's honestly a sour point, I feel. Your avatar has been added to the avatar logbook. You can now use this avatar in other save files. Wait, what? Your renown upon clearing the game can be carried over into a new game plus. If you have cleared the game more than once, the highest value will be used. I don't think I knew that was a thing. Don't think I knew that was a thing? What? Wait, what? I don't know. I don't remember seeing that before. I might have to look that up on my own time at some point. But that is going to be the end of the game here. Let's go to the quieter main menu here so we don't have the loud music. Final thoughts on the game I want to give here is I actually think Awakening is pretty good. It definitely has some issues. I feel like the story is for the most part fine, but probably my biggest problem is that the characters just don't feel like they're used that well. Yeah, you have Crom, you have Lissa, you have Robin and Lucina, Frederick to a lesser degree, but beyond those characters, pretty much everybody else just gets shoved to the sidelines. Tiki has a small bit, Sayori has her arc when you're fighting against Wallhearts, but beyond that, Tharia, Muriel, I guess a little bit of whoever Crom marries gets her own little thing. But all the children units besides Lucina get ignored, and pretty much every other unit that you get in the game gets ignored too. Even Tiki, who before I played the game, I thought was going to have a larger part of the story, because here's this legacy character from the first couple of games of the Fire Emblem franchise. She's here to remind you, hey, she's our connection to the past. She's a 1,000-plus-year-old Maniquette who was there in the old days and is going to help us. And even she didn't have much to do with the story. I mean, she had little bits, but I was honestly disappointed by that. That's honestly what I think is this game's biggest weakness. So many characters just get shoved to the sidelines. It's very disappointing. Three Houses, I think, does a lot better job with that, but we'll get into that someday whenever I hopefully decide to actually record that one. That one's just going to be a long project. Whew. I don't know. But Awakening is done. I enjoyed it. It was fun to play through again. Been a couple of years since I had played through it, actually. And it was fun getting to record it. And doing a whole mission per episode. I think it worked out pretty well. There's a small part of me that's tempted to go ahead and grind out all the other supports and just upload them as bonus content. But, I mean, you guys can look that up on the wiki. Or I'm sure there's another Let's Play that probably did that. I don't feel like it's going to be the best use of my time. So I'm not going to do that. Maybe someday I'll do the extra paralog missions with the other characters that I mentioned, Yin-Fei, Wallheart, and whatnot, and I'll do them as bonuses. I don't know, though. I'm not going to commit to that. I mean, let's be real here. Most of the post-game bonus content that I've considered doing for games on this channel, I haven't done. I've just moved on to a new game instead, for the most part. It's just easier that way. But now that Awakening is done, it's time to look to the next game. And I initially had a plan that I was going to be playing a game all about, how do I put this? A game that's going to be about, relationships and school and murder mystery. But a friend of mine put in a special request for me that they want me to play another game that several other people have been talking about to me and thinking that it would be a good game for me to play. And I've just been I don't know. But I've been convinced to at least give the game a try, and it may be the next game coming up. It's one that I've been told is better off if you record it your first time playing. Kind of like Phoenix Wright would have been, but I already beaten those games years ago, so that wasn't going to happen. But I'm going to be giving that game a try. I don't know if I'll actually upload or not. We'll see. But it's going to be one of those two games, and a little bit of a teaser for that game. Geez, what can I do for that game? Oh, you know what? Here's another teaser. It's also a murder mystery. Interesting. Well, that's all for now. And I will see you all probably in a couple days by the time you guys are seeing these videos. For me, it's going to be a little bit longer because I tend to record ahead of time. But a couple days from this video's up, the next series will probably be starting. So the whole mystery of, what's the next game going to be? It's a mystery for me. It's not going to be much of a mystery for you. But regardless, I will see you all when I see you all. Bye, everyone.